Welcome into another SR51 Media stream. I'm your host, Saul Aries. Hopefully, you're having a good day today. If you're not, hopefully, it turns around for you. We're going to be jumping into some franchise action. I am in week. Let me see where I am. I am in week 15. Next person up is the Washington football team. So I'm going to get that popping off. And then as we're going on, I'm going to be jumping in and out audio wise. I'm going to keep the mic muted as I'm in a shared space right now, but things may be changing later. But as of right now, I'm going to keep it muted and be popping in and out. But I am here for any sorts of questions or any sorts of waves you guys want to put out. So let's get things jumping. One second, we have an audio issue that I need to fix. All right, I believe I have solved the problem. All the levels seem to be working normally now. We can get into the game. I called it wrong. Actually, the next opponent will be the New York Jets in Week 16. So Patrick Surtain is trying to take the next step as a superstar. I think this might make him uh, an X factor if we can get it done. So hopefully we can get that done and get him upgraded. Oh, and just to let you know, I want to thank everybody that's watching through the Theta Edge Node, and I want to thank everybody that's watching on the YouTube playback. I appreciate all of you. You are greatly supported. You are greatly appreciated, and I can't wait to continue doing content to support you. Now, just a pro tip: what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the time of the quarters down from 6 minutes to about 2 minutes. Now, that is gonna risk my win streak, but that's as close as I'm willing to bring the quarters down to try to get Patrick Surtain this upgrade. Had to readjust my dreads. Headphone was in the way. As I explained in the beginning, my fault. Just wanted to explain to you that I'm in a shared space. At the time right now, I may go straight up live commentary a little bit later on into the stream, but I wanted to at least get the game stream going, get some games out there. Who knows? We might get to the playoffs today. I might play a variety of different games, but I know I wanted to start off in Madden and continue our streak. I just set the quarters to 2 minutes, so it's going to be a little bit different than what it normally is. I'm only going to have 2 minutes to score in each quarter and keep the score up on my side to win this game and keep our streak alive. We're already in the playoffs, but I'm willing to put it all on the line to help Patrick Surtain out. He's really been playing pretty well since he's been on the team, and it would be great to get him the X Factor as well. So let's see if we can't get that done.
It's Week 16 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, it's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. It should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with their opponents. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors from Sacramento, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw 1 when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup there on the run.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They run with Harris. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redwoods march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first.
Harris with the TD run, getting the job done.
Points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. after one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Terry, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They will look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jalen Hurts with the quarterback scramble TD.
And the Redwoods would extend their lead here just before halftime.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Koo now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half, and they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. The Panthers trying to hold on and claim victory. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head over to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Saints trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs with a touchdown run. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there.
Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Redwoods
Miles Sanders with the TD run, still getting it done.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now Wilson on first down. It's caught by Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The huddle come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. His throw incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, Wilson uncorks one for Davis. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got Rome. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, touchdown number 22 on the season.
Miles Sanders out here tearing these boys apart,
Record as they extend their lead here. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 28-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And New York set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson, pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the captain, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Terry. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Wilson will throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Wilson. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Terry. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
That's right. Got him with that. Got him with that quarterback sack. I think we might get this upgrade for Patrick.
Ready. 115, Mark 15. Set the tone.
last shot for Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation. So this crowd will not go home happy.
Got him with the W, put it on 2-minute quarter, still couldn't be beat. The streak still lives. I'm pretty sure I kept him below 100 yards passing, so
the defense led the way. But the offense did
I should
their
get the
part as
upgrade
well.
for
They moved the
Patrick.
ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for our visitors, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
All right, let's see the results. You know, coach football is simpler than people think. It's about one-on-one matchups. The better man always wins, and for today's game, I don't think there's anyone better than me. Patrick Surtain is now an X-Factor quarterback. X-Factor cornerback. Let's go over here and see what his new position has afforded him. Like, what's his, what is he exactly? So we have 3 X-Factor cornerbacks. Universal coverage. Okay. He has an upgrade. We're going to put this on man-to-man. His contract is definitely going to be bigger now when it comes time to sign him. He's going to want way more. Okay, so universal, let's look through this. Defenders with disability, force more catch, tackle, knockdowns. Excuse me. Defenders with disability force more catch, tackle, knockouts, and man-to-man versus deep routes 20 yards from the line of scrimmage. Defenders with disability apply bonus fatigue to their man coverage target after a successful press win. Universal coverage. The most physical coverage defenders prevent catches from happening even when their target has hands on the ball. When they enter the zone, they are nearly guaranteed knockouts, force incompletions. Okay, so that only makes the cornerback room that much better. Asante Samuel is coming along. James Bradbury's on the team. We got Diggs playing free safety. I put Xavier Howard up there to play free safety, and that brought Patrick Surtain and James Bradbury closer. So I think that's better for now. Set things up. Get ready for the next game. Matter of fact, let me see. So, okay, so we got some staff points. We got about 21. Let's jump forward a week and see if I come back next week. All right, I'm back from injury. Me and Fletcher Cox will take care of the rush. And then put Javon Hargrave in there. He's earned that. Sub linebacker. Shaq Thompson's playing at a higher level than Levante David. I don't know what it is. Oh, his play recognition is more than his. Let's put Levante David. Let's put Shaq Thompson over Levante David. What's his block shedding like? Oh, yeah, they both have the same block shedding. Tackling is more. His hit power is one less than. His play recognition is more. His awareness is up there. Strength rating. Yeah, speed. He's faster than him. His acceleration. Levante has acceleration. His morale is way more. Levante's morale is down. I don't know why. It could just be the way he's down. Okay, slot cornerback is going to be Asante Samuel Jr. He's been doing a great job. Vontae Maddox is on the field. At cornerback, Darius Slay, Patrick Surtain, Asante Samuel Jr., James Bradbury. Let's put Asante in over top of Bradbury to get him some more stats. Because I don't know if I have another contract with Bradbury, if he's re-signed or not. And then we got Diggs up here, topside, playing topside free safety. And then a Honey Badger playing the other side. 1 second. I'm going to be taking a small break here. We've been going for about 54 minutes. Shouldn't be no longer than about 5 or 10 minutes. Be right back. And we're back. All right, where are we at? It's time to take on the Dolphins, the 3-12 Dolphins. I don't know if they have Tyreek Hill. I think I sent Tyreek Hill over there before it was time to start the franchise. 20 points. Impact blocking for wide receivers. And then we'll hold the other 10 to get the halfback points. And then we'll start working on free agency. Because we gotta start putting some coin towards free agency. Load it up. Back up. Upgrade players. Punter. We're going to put some power. DeAndre Wilkins. We're going to put this on run stopper. And then I got to get a bigger desk. Like earlier, I went to go, I went to go move my water bottle out the way of my computer as I'm doing now. And I tapped the iPad and started a video, and then I couldn't get the mute on. And then I'm like, I need a wider out desk. So I might be looking for either a widened out desk or at least some sort of shelving or something like that. But I'm going to do a little bit more spacing out. So DeAndre Wilkins. So DeAndre Wilkins is an 86. Matt Miller, the backup quarterback. We're going to put this on scramble. And Miles Sanders, we're going to put this on elusive. Top 4 halfback in the league, number 13 halfback. And play game. So I have Brian Burns, superstar X Factor left defensive end. Tyrann Mathieu, superstar X Factor strong safety. Myself, Sauderi, superstar X Factor defensive tackle. Patrick Surtain II, superstar X Factor cornerback. Darius Big Play Slade Jr., superstar X Factor cornerback. Fletcher Cox, superstar X Factor defensive tackle, the best there is. J.J. Watt, superstar X Factor left defensive end. Bobby Wagner, superstar X Factor middle linebacker. Levante David, superstar X Factor middle linebacker. Miles Sanders, superstar halfback. Najee Harris, superstar halfback. Penny Sewell, superstar right tackle. Jason Kelsey, superstar center. Xavier Howard, superstar cornerback. They have Jalen Waddle, superstar wide receiver. I have Lane Pave Delane Johnson, superstar right tackle. Shaq Thompson, superstar right outside linebacker. Jack Fox, superstar punter. Josh Sweat, superstar right defensive end. Brandon Brooks, superstar right guard. They have Christian Wilkins, superstar right defensive end. I have Demarius Sims, superstar wide receiver. John Thomas, superstar halfback. They have Andrew Van Ginkel, superstar left outside linebacker. And I have Julio Jones, superstar wide receiver. Everybody obtained through trades. The salary cap is off, but no forced trades are on. So I'm not forcing anybody to do anything.
EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the
On New
Dolphins and
Year's.
the reigning
I'm back
Super
on New
Bowl
Year's.
champs on Monday night.
Oh, shit. I gotta quit.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you
Gotta quit. I don't want to be. I only play in small quarters when we're trying to keep a team from getting. When we're trying to keep a team from getting the advantage on us when we're trying to upgrade a player. But in a regular standpoint, I normally go 6 minutes a quarter. And you know what? Let's adjust that a bit too, because the games can run pretty long, and I understand people that might want to move it along. So let's go with 5 minutes a quarter instead of 6. Shave a solid minute off all the games. That way we can get more games in. One second before we start it up. Back in the saddle, okay. Make sure the settings are set. We already called the lineup. We can get this one going. So it's the last 2 of the season.
EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the Dolphins and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Monday night prime time.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Sacramento team as we enter play here. They come in at 15-0, 1 win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in just in an absolute free fall. Losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players
7
and
in
look
a
at them
row.
and say,
Oh,
can
no,
you
we
guide
cannot
us
be the
out
guys
of
that they
this?
break the
We've
streak
got to be
with.
better than what we've shown.
Come on, let's get good coverage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
He's got 21 touchdowns.
By him, workmanlike in terms of numbers.
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Tua now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected.
That's why I was like, let me cover deep with this dude over here. Excuse the noise of the truck coming through. Get on the ground.
The pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. He'll go to the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Tua. And that nearly an opening drive INT.
Almost intercepted.
Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
Jalen got 30 touchdowns.
Led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
Oh.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
On on third down. They'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Here's Sanders.
You heard the dude, I'm made for this.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rolling to his right. And inside the try.
I'm not reloading the defense.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They go play action with Hurts.
Oh.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's second.
I know.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker.
I looked up and noticed it was 3rd and 8.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough.
Put the field goal up.
4th down now.
I don't want to risk no points.
And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire
Cool.
offense.
Kick
Because when
and
you're
it's
running
good.
the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On 2nd and 7, Tua.
We'll take that.
For Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Reddick.
Remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
With the pick 6.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Get this push.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete.
Couldn't give him time.
Let it fly, but if falls to the ground.
It's some water,
Brings up
I'll tell you.
4th down. Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches will give these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Sacramento with the football here as we get set to begin quarter 2. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On 2nd and very short. Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redwoods are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him.
I want them to get it on his run. You got to give him that, you know.
And you mentioned the big play that got him
You know what I'm saying, Mike, you got to give him that. Sorry if you didn't.
They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about
You got to give him that after you know, throw him like 50 yards downfield.
Now Youngway Koo for the extra point.
And I wanted to see if the defense would stop him, too.
He's got it, and it's 17.
Just mic up a bit.
The long
Just a
touchdown
hair.
pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, they can return that. Hold on.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Good coverage. Good coverage.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back in action out there. Big defensive stop. All right, where are they going with? 3 wide receivers? Still cover 3.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his
Oh, I missed wide with that one.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming
Severely
his
missed with that one.
underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Good sack. With the quarterback,
sir.
sir.
Season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Cover 3 cloud.
2nd and 11. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
I was about to use the timeout.
Only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We'll hold on all three of them. Maybe we can use them to score again.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Thomas. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. But first down, Hurts. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown!
Touchdown!
That's caught. Dallas Goedert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redwoods are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That's right, Dallas.
It won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Coup for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
Cool with a good kick.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1.
Oh.
And he had no room to run as he's
had a line of sight on him. Smith hit him.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Oh, what a catch on the sideline.
Hey, Waddle.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. From the gun, it's Tua. They get this out wide to Gaskin. Touchdown, Dolphins! Miles Gaskin, his 6th touchdown of the season.
Man, nice cut route.
The Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Don't even worry about it, Bobby. You're not nothing against the Dolphins, but I think we got this one worked out.
Yeah. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. A big reason why they've been so successful. This defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and trying to count for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Smith with a first down and more. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got him in, it's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50.
Trying out plays that I might need more field
This is
goals.
happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season.
That's right, cool. That's right, cool.
To the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This fielded right at the goal line.
Well, I thought I'd get my hands on it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Deshaun Watson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Josh Jacobs, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. J.K. Dobbins, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. they'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, on the other side, we check out their numbers on the ground.
All right, got
as they'll
48
try to
yards.
keep the momentum going into the second half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gutton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to Sanders on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking here for Smith downfield.
Oh, threw that one right to him.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over possession here.
Bad throw on my part. Gotta see, though. Gotta see that play. Gotta see it, you know.
Their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Waddle with the cutback.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Holding.
It's going to be taken down
Offense.
with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. It'll go as a gain of 4.
Didn't even get up.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight.
Good defense. Excuse me. Good defense, Pat. Good defense.
Now coaches want him to catch the football.
Force him to go into a field goal.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that is no good.
That's right.
The score will stay right where it is.
It's because I got to him in GTA Lot.
Good snap, good hold.
Times
Sometimes
because it was a mixture of everybody out there. Plus he wasn't good from that distance.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
To try again after the sack. Hurts sliding out of the pocket. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way
They ain't got nothing for him. They ain't got nothing for him. Hold on.
A big play there. Rolling to his left.
Give me that.
It's caught.
Touchdown.
Devontae Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redwoods are able to add on to that lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Koo now for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Don't get me wrong, they playing some good ball here, but I'm like, oh no. Let's put another one up on the scoreboard. We can keep going back and forth. This is going to be the last game, not of this stream, but the last game of Madden. Then we're going to get a game switch.
Miami set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clean.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Church's going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors at that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. After the sack on first down, Tua, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
We'll take that.
This is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And they can run the score up even further as they begin this drive with a first and goal and that huge lead. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Hurts.
Oh.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot
You
for
know,
the
let me see
defense. They
something.
have to
Can
come
I
right
pull
out
up
for
the
a first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Right across the middle.
Touchdown.
Dallas got him.
A beast in the red zone with their second touchdown of the game. And the Redwoods use the short field to get in for 6.
Yeah, have fun with this one, partner.
Yeah, man, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up.
Carving them
Seems
up.
like
Just
everything he
carving them up.
throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Let's go
Another
with
attempt, another
cover 6.
incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It's a loss of 11 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We are back now in Sacramento, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a leap, and
He caught it.
Catch.
In 2-man coverage, he caught it. Wow, that was a bad man.
Big play there for Miami. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these
It's
guys
bad,
can
man.
throw the football.
My
He
defense
gave
is some
that
tough
everything
dudes.
he
Don't
had,
get me wrong. They
and
have
it
them in
was
check
right
all
on the money.
game.
And what was
But a
amazing
catch or
to
two
me
is
was
going to
the fact
happen.
He was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
Tua now on 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say
Let's
defensively,
go
the tackling's
with
been
cover
really
6.
good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They was going for the legs. They went after Burns' legs. All of a sudden, fly to the side.
It's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number
Cover
of times.
6.
He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Another run with Gaskin.
We'll take that.
And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Big time hit.
In this booth, I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Powering his way forward, and they'll get him down up past the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a carry for Sanders. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. And they're going to speed things up here. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Always run as many plays as I can leading into the 2 minute.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
And Sanders with a carry on first down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. This is Smith with a grab.
Touchdown.
Into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Good block by my teammate. I saw that block.
Coup for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go with the right side.
Let's take it in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position,
How you clapping at the 14? What are you saying for?
Spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And
good defense.
Connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Returnable for Thomas. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Ooh. Come on, Penny.
That's on the tackle for Nate Sewell.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to score
Right.
again.
Man.
Another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Coup now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their
Coup with
big
the
lead.
kick.
Those are the kind of
That's
drives
good.
they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Tua now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Now Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's a W.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.
Hurts had 352 yards and 6 touchdowns. Did he scramble for any? Was this all thrown? Let me see. Yeah, passing. Rushing. Hurts had no touchdowns rushing. They were all passing. That's cool. Tua had 227 yards. He went to the air a couple times. They had a couple of good plays. They had a couple of good streak plays that went down the field. Waddle, that team, that's where I wonder how that team's going to look when they get Tyreek Hill in this upcoming Madden 23. It's the media question. A perfect regular season is quite the accomplishment, but is it all a waste to some degree if you don't win it all? Yeah, we can't be happy with just that. At this point, we need to stay perfect now and finish the job in the playoffs. I'm hesitant to call the season a loss because if we don't win it all, but I know everyone's expecting this team to get to the Super Bowl. I wouldn't say that. This is a great accomplishment no matter what happens in the playoffs. Exactly. Now, I'm not going to jump forward a week. What I'm going to do is switch the screen. We're going to go to a break, and not a break that I'm taking, but I'm going to get the next game turned around here, and we're going to get it fired up. 1 second. Also, for anybody that's watching this on playback, I appreciate your support. Please drop a like and a subscribe on your way out. If you happen to watch the next video, please keep the train going. And thank you for your continued support. Peace.